All right, we're live. So let me pull up.
Hello? Okay,
Hey,
sweet. Cool. You guys can hear me, right?
Yeah.
okay, do you guys see that?
A little. Can you make it a little bigger?
Yeah, let me see. That probably didn't help, did it?
Oh my god. That's a guy.
I don't know how to change the font on here. Is that better?
It looks the same. I don't know. Maybe it's because it's Google Hangouts.
Yeah, probably.
Is it more zoomed in?
Yeah,
Huh.
let me try again. Is that bigger now?
Yeah, it's a little bigger.
So the servlets, from what I understand, basically is just to add content to a web server using the Java platform. So you're able to use a web container to basically get input or receives a request and generates a response, basically. So it's kind of like a client server type action where you're using the website to solicit the information and then that passes it back into your Java. So on NetBeans, you start a new web project and it creates all these files for you, and then you just create your Java under your source packages. So this is the Java, and I've got this one just basically reads in a first name, a last name, and an email address. And in the index HTML document, this is written in HTML, so it's going to bring up a web page that has a field for first name, last name, and email address, and then that just submits it back to the Java. When I run this, good. should start the Apache Tomcat server that brings up the web page, and then I can enter in the inputs and pass it into the Java servlet. But for some reason, when I try to run this, the Tomcat server says it starts, but then it fails. So I've got to figure out what's going on with that. But has anybody else done any servlets and had any luck with that?
I have not tried servlets.
So from what I understand, this should work. I just got to figure out why NetBeans is not talking nicely to Tomcat, but that's my simple program.
This is the only. Okay, so you have HTML, and what was the other page you had, or the other?
Yeah, so the HTML just brings up the website and passes information into the Java.
Okay.
So here's the Java. Class. The
Okay. Is this sort of like, I don't know, the JSON? Is it similar to it?
JSON?
Yes.
JSON is like it's different. It converts different programming languages into JSON, and JSON can what do you call it? You can read it with JavaScript or Java using JSON. It's like a package.
Okay. Because from what I was reading, I read that it was kind of like an XML file. And the XML sort of looked like the servlets code that was just shown.
There is an XML file. This one here. But from what I understand, the name of your Java class that it calls.
And this is, you also need the XML file to run the servlet.
Yeah.
So you need XML, HTML, and then the actual servlet Java file.
Yeah, I mean NetBeans create the project your XML for you. So I just had to create the Java file and the HTML file.
Okay. Cool.
Yeah. So JSON is like a text format. It's lightweight. It's based on JavaScript, and you can use interchangeably with JavaScript. So the front end to Java, and then format to any language you want. So JSON can be read in C++, C Sharp, Perl, Python, and JavaScript.
Okay. Very cool.
Did you have anything?
I have the threads, executables, and runnables, but I don't know if you guys already got that passed. I don't know if you guys really want to see it.
I got most of it passed off, but it's just the basic.
Did you get most of your subjects passed off? Or just for this one?
Most of them. But just basic level.
Oh, you guys are so ahead of me. Well, I mean, I guess it is week 9, but I've had 2 passed off. That's it.
Did you have the meeting with the teacher already? I haven't.
I have not. Is that required?
I think so.
It is?
Yeah, it's the professional behavior.
Oh, I didn't know that was required.
And the professional schedule, I think.
Sorry?
So like in your island, you go to assignments, then you can see the assignment folder.
Okay. And what is it? What are they for? Just like if you have any questions, or do you have to like teach him what you're doing, or?
That I'm not sure. So like in my screen, I've submitted like 27 things, and there's a score for it. And so there's a rubric that he grade me on.
Mm-hmm.
And so I need to pass off Hibernate, QC I submitted some of JUnit testing stuff, but I guess I needed more stuff to submit, especially with the assert methods. And so I didn't get that passed off. And then I haven't done servlets yet and the diagrams. So
Okay.
So yeah, just basic fluency.
So, okay, but the meeting that you have with him, what do you guys do?
I haven't met with him yet.
Oh, but we need to? Everyone needs to?
I think so.
Before week 10? Or it doesn't really matter when?
I would email him and ask him. Yeah.
Okay, so for the JSON ones, Jason, I don't know, whatever. Do you need like a plugin for IntelliJ, or because I don't know, I feel like I've had a really hard time, and I feel like it's not that hard to understand, but I'm having a hard time like getting the code to work. So I don't know if we need like an extension, or does the file have to be JSON?
If you look at the textbook,
Mm-hmm.
You can, and also in like W3 schools, you can like find like examples of how to send data from your JavaScript object that you stored, and then convert the object into JSON, and then once it's converted, you can send that to your server. So like, here's an example. So I'm on W3 Schools, the website.
Mm-hmm.
So here's an example of like, if you want to send this specific object right here, and then this code converts it into a JSON file. So
so the very top one you would put on a regular Java file.
mhm.
Okay.
In your Javas, yeah.
And what's that last line? The window location.
I'm not sure, but that's something I need to work on this week.
Okay.
But yeah, I haven't passed JSON off yet, but that's what I'm understanding.
Okay.
I think you do it in your, yeah, I think you, so if you want to send data from JavaScript object to into JSON and then send it to a server, I think you have to write your code, your JSON code in your front end, so your JavaScript part. But when you're receiving data, I think you have to do it in your backend, in your Java program. So
Okay.
like .java instead of .js.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I have a question. So so you have to get basic understanding before week 10 so that you're able to continue to work on that code and receive a better grade, right? And if you don't turn that in before week 10, then you can only get up to basic understanding. Is that correct?
I believe so.
Okay. So then if you get basic understanding on all of them, do you still fail the class? Do you have to get more than basic understanding?
I have no idea.
From what he's said is that if we want to get a passing grade in the class, so I'm assuming, C minus, that if we get to a basic level on the coding topics, I'm not sure where we have to be on the UML stuff. But then you basically have to get like 100% on the rest of the stuff, like the professionalization, the scheduling, and that stuff. And I think there's a Excel file that you can go through and put in. There's like a what if.
Oh.
So I think, let me see. I think I've got it here.
It's on his class.
Yeah, I think it's in there somewhere. Let's see.
I'm supposed to walk this semester, but I feel like I'm so behind in this class. I don't even know if I'll pass. But I really don't want to retake it.
That's not going on. I'll have to see if I can find the link for that and send it to you. So you can go in and put, if I'm at basic level on the different coding topics.
Right. And then you still have to get like a working application.
No, you don't have to do the working application if you're only going for that.
Okay.
So in the what if, I put, if I get 100% on scheduling, 80% on professionalism, 100% on the weekly reports, and
what do you guys do for your self-reflective journal report?
I've never done that.
so on that you take your journal that you've been making and you just do a report on that. Last semester I did kind of a what do you call it, a word jumble that like took all the main words that I had from my journal and kind of just jumbled them into a thing, and then I wrote just a little write-up on it. So you don't submit your actual journal, you just do a journal report.
What do you mean?
Like what
I've been
learned.
Is it just like what you've been learning?
Yeah.
Okay.
So wait. So I've been writing in my journal for every week. So I don't have to submit each of those?
No.
Just like one paper for this reflective?
You do a final journal report, and you can do different things on that depending on what you want.
Is there like go ahead, sorry.
Oh no, go ahead.
I was gonna say, like, do you know how long it's supposed to be for the self-reflective journal report?
I don't remember. Let's see if he's got something in here.
The professional behavior, that's the meeting, right? With him?
The professional behavior, he sent out a sample on that. Let me see. So he sent out a professional behavior example template. It kind of goes through what he's asking for. And if you go into the assignments and go into the professional behavior, it has the rubric for the different categories he's looking for. So basically, the first category, interacting professionally with the instructor. So any questions you've asked him or whatever, just show like a screenshot of that.
Okay.
Supporting team by teaching. So I just go through, he wants like specific, he doesn't want just like the whole YouTube video. So we've got to show specifics of where you were explaining something in a video or teaching or asking questions. So you can say, here's the link for the YouTube video at 3 minutes and 45 seconds. I talked about this. And I think, so I've submitted one of those and I've got to the basic level. So I think we've got to submit probably 3 of those. I don't know.
Okay. And the professional scheduling, is it that just to see if you followed the schedule that you turned in at the beginning of the semester?
Yeah. Yeah, the scheduling is just you report, we followed our schedule or we adjusted the schedule to meet these different times.
Okay.
And that's just a self-report,
what do you submit in the professional scheduling assessment? Because we made one before, right?
Yeah, we made a schedule.
Yeah, and I think we've already been graded on that. Oh, that was the group plan.
Yeah.
For the professional scheduling assessment, I think that's towards the end of the semester. I don't know if there's a specific quiz or something that he's got set up for that, but I think at last semester it was a quiz that was set up that you just answered, how many of your scheduled dates did you meet? Were you able to keep on your schedule? And
he submitted a progress survey. Did you guys do that?
No.
That was the Was it the Code Monkey or the
Yeah.
Monkey? Yeah. Yeah, I did that.
Was that like extra credit?
No, I think he's just looking for trying to figure out who's doing what in the class. Like, are you actually going to do a coding final assignment?
Oh.
Asking if there's anything he could do to help us more.
I wonder if the teachers, I mean, no disrespect, because I know that he cannot change the structure of the class, but like, do you guys think that he gets paid the same even though they don't teach anything?
I don't think they get paid much at all for the online classes.
Because that's the same thing for Barney's class, right? He doesn't teach anything. He's just sort of there supervising.
Yeah, I don't know about the on-campus guys.
I heard Brother Barzy was going to teach 360 next semester, which I'm kind of,
Next semester.
yeah. I've never had him, but I heard he's really good. Yeah. Well, I'm way behind. I need to work. I mean, I have code for like 6 of them. I got 2 passed off, and 2 of them I just need to fix quick little things. But I still don't have any of the other ones. And I have some of the UML diagrams from like a previous class, and I'm just going to turn those in and see if he accepts them. But yeah.
Okay.
Do you guys have anything else to share?
Mm-mm.
I don't.
Okay. Right then, so next Tuesday again?
Yep.
All right. You guys have a good night.
All right. See ya.
Bye.
Bye.